All right, the next stop is another very overlooked feature in Google Business called Q&A, question and answers. Now, Q&A, I want you to think of Q&A as just like common questions that most people ask. So what's the number one question that you get asked on a regular basis? What kind of services do you offer, or what kind of like how much does it cost to list my home? That's probably a really good question. Do I still have to pay a buyer's agent when I sell my home? Those kinds of questions, those are going to come up on a pretty regular basis. And what's great about this is you can preemptively put those questions in there so that when somebody finds your Google business profile and they go to the question and answer, those questions are already answered for them. Okay. You always want to try to incorporate local keywords in there, whether it's your neighborhood. Don't try to overly stuff keywords in there, but I think it helps if you say, hey, if you're trying to sell your Vancouver, Washington home and wondering if you need to, pay a buyer's agent when you go to sell your home, like what are the commissions to sell your Vancouver, Washington home? Those are going to help you in that searchability as well, that relevance and prominence score. So let's pop over to my Google Business profile here, show you what I'm talking about. So here's Q&A. This is my Google Business profile. We're gonna scroll down here and you can see questions and answers. Now the great thing about this is anybody can ask the question. So you are the owner of the Google Business profile. You can ask the question and it doesn't show who actually asked the question. It just shows that the question was asked. That's it. So not only can you add the question in there, but you can provide the answer as well. Okay, so here's a good starting point is take your frequently asked questions. Maybe if there's the same frequently asked questions that are on your website, take those, put them here in Google as well as a question. And then we just simply go in and say, ask a question. Oh, of course, it's going to make us. Hang on. We're going to come down here. I'm going to log into my Google Business. We're going to say ask a question. There it is. This is the question. So I can put in the question here, hit the post button, and then go in. And I'm actually going to provide the reply to it. And what that means is nobody can see who asked the question. They just get to see that the question was asked and the question was answered. So that's how to effectively use the Q&A section over here on your Google Business profile. Of course, you can use ChatGPT to help you with those things. Like you can ask ChatGPT, like, hey, what are some common questions that home buyers would have that you can answer right here in your Google Business profile? You can also, another tool that I think a lot of people underutilize is how much does it cost to sell my home? This is called autofill. So these are really good questions right here that because they're questions that people ask in Google all the time. And another resource that I use is called Answer the Public. This is a good one right here. Selling a home. What do people ask about selling a home? What do they typically ask? And it'll tell you down here. It's going to give you all of the questions that people typically ask when it comes to selling a home. So anyway, that's the resources that I like are Answer the Public, and another one that I use is called Keywords Everywhere, and that's a Google plugin right here called Keywords Everywhere. There it is, Keywords Everywhere, and I could just come in here and say selling a home. If I spell it right, and it's going to come down here and it's going to tell me uh, selling a home calculator. Here's the things that people search for. 8,100 people searched for selling a home calculator, selling home sites, tips for selling your home, what not to fix when selling a house. Ooh, that's a really good one. That would be a good question for your Q&A going forward. Um, Selling a house without a realtor. Sure, you could put that in there. You could even But that is one of the questions. Do I need a realtor to sell my house? No, absolutely you don't. But here's the pros and here's the cons. What are the costs of selling a home? So you can see like there's all kinds of information out there on what questions that people are asking and what kinds of things you can put in your Q&A there on your Google business. So if you have any questions, hit them down below in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next video.